begin with a live look in Jerusalem. It is 8:40 Saturday morning there. Israel's military says a ceasefire is now in effect in Gaza. The Israel Defense Forces say the agreement came into effect at noon local time. Israeli troops are now withdrawing from parts of Gaza and repositioning along updated deployment lines, meaning that they still have a presence for now. Troop movements are supposed to be completed within 24 hours. The redeployment has kicked off a 72-hour window during which Hamas has to release all the remaining hostages. And Israel has to free nearly 2,000 Palestinian prisoners and detainees. And with that, tens of thousands of Palestinians are now making their trek back into northern Gaza. The Israeli army says it is allowing the movement by two roads. The Palestinians say they are returning home, or what's left of home. During the height of Israel's ground offensive last month, Israel's military ordered the evacuation of about 1 million people in Gaza City. Peace here has been elusive for a long time. But there's always hope in situations like this. For American Palestinians, hope is one of many emotions being felt tonight. And I asked Dr. Rosie Kayla to come and share her perspective as a first-generation Palestinian American. Your parents were born in the West Bank, and you were born here in America. How are you feeling with this first step?
I think as a whole community, we are feeling cautiously optimistic. Seeing the images we have seen today has given us some hope, but also concern for what they're going home to.
Right.
We're not sure what state their homes are left in. 85% of Gaza has been destroyed. So we're concerned about that, but this is a step in the right direction.
And then as we continue on that direction toward hopefully lasting peace, how does that look? Do you think a two-state solution is that, or I mean, what do you think?
I think any solution where the Palestinians have a right to their own self-determination, dignity, and equality is the best solution. It's hard to say now if a two-state solution is still feasible. Yeah. I'm hoping with this and with the international community pushing and the momentum we're seeing, we'll hopefully get a solution for everybody.
What would you like our community here in the Central Valley to understand? I mean, you have family still in the West Bank where your parents are from. You've been there, you've visited. There's generational history and trauma in all of this. What do you want our community to know?
I'd want them to know that a Palestinian mother and a Palestinian father loves their children the same as any family here. I would want them to know we're very hospitable. You come leaving to our house and you leave a pound heavier. You know, we're a very hospitable group of people, and I'd hope they'd want to see us as human. I think a lot of what we've seen in the past 2 years is because there's been a lot of dehumanization. Mm-hmm.
It's hard to understand where is the line between Hamas and Palestinians who are just trying to live. What do you say to people to better understand that?
I would say that it's a political party and it's different. We're not defined by that. It's like saying, oh, Americans are Republicans or Americans are Democrats. It's not, you can't associate all of them with one party.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what does your weekend look like with your family as you watch to see how things progress?
We're looking forward to hopefully, it progressing well, and we, as we've been doing the past couple years, just watching closely and hoping for the best for everybody.
Okay. Dr. Kayla, thank you very much for your time and for coming in and waiting after the game to share your thoughts with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Meanwhile, the president took questions about the Israel-Hamas peace deal during a press conference in the Oval Office today, and he says Hamas agreed to the deal because the other option was complete obliteration. The president also said he's been picked to head a commission overseeing the deal's implementation. Oh, God, we were hoping that you would hear from the president there. He said that there is consensus between Israel and Hamas on most of the deal. President Trump is set to speak to the Israeli legislature Monday and then travel to Egypt as well. Now for our national question of the day. We'd like to know, do you think that President Trump's Israel-Hamas peace plan will lead to long-term stability in the region? Chime in with your answer on our website. All you have to do is search KMPH.com, or you can scan this QR code that you see on your screen. Now let's ask that same question to our next guest, Rabbi Weiner from Temple Beth Israel, Fresno. Do you think, sir, that we are on the road to any sort of lasting peace?
I'm certainly hopeful. It's a long road and it's a tough road, and we're seeing some good signs, but it's going to take certainly the next few days to see solidly if the hostages are returned, and then that should then lead to many more steps that need to be taken to get to a more significant peace.
Okay. And what do you think I mean, if you could be the architect of it, that's a mighty job for anybody, any groups of anybody, but if you could, how would you create, what do you think needs to happen so that there can be a peaceful living for both Palestinians and Israelis?
Yeah, boy, I'll tell you, one of the things that's been helpful for me over the last few years is to look for the signs that I've seen where you see the mothers of Israelis and the mothers of the Palestinian people marching together, working together, yelling at their leadership together. And to me, it seems like if you put the mothers in charge, we're going to end the fighting, because they've been working together for a long time. They just don't have as much power as they need to have.
Okay, so that's an interesting perspective. You had said, as we were watching the game to end, you said often that you think about what would your wife do, also a rabbi. What do you want people to know in our region?
Well, it's a complicated situation. It's certainly not easy to solve. Had it been easy to solve, it would have been solved. So much of what Dr. Kayla said, I completely agree with. We want to make sure that no one is dehumanized. When we get to know each other, and when I was there within the last year, we spent time with people from all different walks of life, the Israeli Jewish community, the Palestinian community. And when you take time to get to know someone, they're beautiful people. As Dr. Kayla said, the hospitality is is so intense in that community and across the board. And we were meeting with Arab merchants and Arab people on the street, and all of them were friendly, warm, and welcoming, and everyone wants an end to the hostilities.
So this weekend, as you work with your congregation, what do you look for and pray for?
Well, we're cautiously hopeful. From the timeline that I've seen, things are not going to happen this weekend. It may take until Monday or Tuesday until we see. So we're holding hope, extremely cautious, and then over the next few days, hopefully we'll see some very encouraging signs.
Okay. Rabbi Weiner, thank you very much for being here. We appreciate your insight
It's an honor.
too.
Thank you.